the 4x4 Podcast, episode 136.
You're listening to the 4x4 Podcast, the podcast all about four-wheeling, overlanding, off-road racing, and the outdoor lifestyle. We talk about news, tips and tricks, answer your questions, and interview big and little names in the off-roading world. So whether your rig is busted and you're in the shop wrenching on it or on your way to the trail, join us and we'll keep you plugged in on topics to help you get away. Here's your host, Dan.
Hey guys, this is Dan, your host of the 4x4 Podcast, and this is another episode where we are not together as a whole team with Rich and Craig. But I've got all these interviews that I recorded while I was down at the Sand Sport Super Show. Man, that one's a mouthful. But I really wanted to get these released for you before they become completely irrelevant because we've got a ton of other things to talk about. And I know whenever we do get together for another episode with Craig and Rich that we are going to be jam-packed, having a hard time fitting all that content into a single show. So in this episode, I have an interview with American Fastbacks. They build some really, really awesome Jeep JKs they had on display there with a wide range of different types of camping setups, whether it's a rooftop tent or a pop top or anything like that. And then just some really great builds for running around in the desert or rock crawling. So American Fastbacks, that's a really cool one. Did an interview with Playtime Motorsports, and they were building some really, really awesome vehicles. And I put this together in a video a while back, so you may have already seen the video. This is that same audio from that interview. And also, Playtime Motorsports is one of the distributors for Monkey Fingers, which is it's a bungee cord. And you may think, well, that's kind of silly. Why would we be talking about a bungee cord on the 4x4 podcast? But, anytime you go off-roading, it is important to keep your stuff tied down and prevent it from bouncing around and becoming a projectile inside your vehicle. And these bungee cords are a great way to help mitigate some of that. So be sure to check them out. And just the other day, I was in the Walmart store and I saw them there. So these are actually something that you can probably find readily available in stores near you if you want to try them out. And the last interview that I have on this episode 136 is Up Down Air. And Up Down Air, just to give you a preview, it's like a manifold system to help distribute air coming out of your compressor into all four tires at once, or the other way around, where you can air down all four tires to the same air pressure. Some people like to run different pressure in the front and the rear, depending on the kind of load that you have, but that's something that you can probably manipulate. But Up Down Air, it's a really cool thing, and I have heard them being used by some other 4x4 related podcasts out there. And they've given them great reviews. So that's something really cool to check out. And we already played the interview with Mob Armor. But before we jump to the other interviews, I can give you a little bit of feedback based on my experience. That is what we used in my wife's Ram 1500 when we ran the Mojave Road, which, by the way, we'll be talking in a future show once we get all the guys back together. The Mojave Road, which is really not a road. It's a pretty rough terrain out there. Lots of room for high speed, but we didn't go very fast because we were pulling the adventure trailer that I had built for the trip to Alaska, and it has served extremely well. And so the Mob Armor is a phone mount, if you remember from the previous show where we talked about it or played the interview. And I am really, really impressed. So I may be trying to try that out in my work truck and see how it handles some desert mobbing out there. So be sure to check them out. I really give them 2 thumbs up. I haven't given up all my Ram mounts because I've got so many of them at this point, but they are probably my new favorite. So we may be phasing out the Ram mounts. We'll see. Anyways, that is it for now. So let's go ahead and jump to those interviews. We are here at the Sand Sport Super Show in Costa Mesa with David from American Fastbacks. How are you doing today?
How you doing, boss?
Awesome. So you've got a lot of really cool looking Jeeps out here with a lot of customization going on. Can you tell me a little bit about American Fastbacks, and we'll talk some about what you guys do?
Sure will. Really proud to be here, representing at the Sand Sport Super Show. I mean, this thing has just grown tremendously over the years, as me and you were discussing, and to have a premier unique product like this to unveil to the crowds that are here, it's just, it's an exciting time. American Fastback started back in about 2013 with Ken Mitchell and an idea to just make something unique for a Jeep. He was a real, enthusiast all the way through, and made the first Fastback, which has a slant in the back, and just kind of looks really sweet.
The actual Fastback.
Yeah, the actual original Fastback.
Kind of looks like the old the Humvee toppers.
You got it, yeah, and it all is exactly military kind of base, because we've got veterans here that are running the company and have founded the company and continue with that quality product to put an American-built product out. It has just expanded in tremendous ways to be able to now allow them to do all the other ideas that are, we're cooking the whole time after the top. So, we do the custom fenders, color matched. We will do custom bumpers, front, rear, integrated light bars, 4 different tops to choose from, targa tops. There's just a plethora of different ideas and ways to be be able to give the consumer something.
They're over here checking out this one with it looks like a Discovery 2 with those little rounded mirrors the rounded windows on top, gives you some visibility out the top.
Yeah, that's the Pathfinder top, and those are the Safari windows. So it's just that, you get a real experience in it. It's going to give you 6 more inches of headroom in the actual top itself.
Oh wow.
And it's all mounted to the actual roll bars. So with that, I see the little one up top, and she's in the camper up top. That sleeps 2, but you have an option there. You can also do a targa top on that and have a moonroof if you're not going to do the extra camping on top, because we have already got you covered with camping on the bottom. Yeah,
I see the one we're right in here in front of us has the sleeping pad and surface already built into the floor.
Yes, sir. It's something unique that our engineers have done. Tony and Ken, kind of just transform these into a camping, multi-use, go back to work the next day type vehicle that you're not overcommitted to storage and so forth, that a larger vehicle that might partake.
And that's always one of the complaints people have about going camping, is it takes so long to load up everything, you get it all set, and then if it rains, then you're in a tent in the rain. But here you're inside the vehicle, all dry and cozy.
Yeah, you're off the ground, you're out of the elements, you're keeping everybody safe, out of harm, and you got some controllability there.
Oh yeah.
We can turn on the heater inside the car, we can turn on the AC, and then we have, our Badlands top that is just, that next extension. So if we want to bring another, 2 people with us, and we can now take 4 on a daily adventure. Yeah. And come back the next day if you wanted to, and unload the back, and we're on to work.
Yeah, you can put the kids up in the penthouse suite, and
you got it.
Mom and dad get the nice, easy to get into area inside the vehicle.
Exactly. And you can still keep an eye on them, and they have a weather hard shell, so if the elements were to ever come up and you start to get some rain or some snow drift, anything like that really starting to take effect, you can burrow down, put that, and you got some protection from the elements also.
Yeah, I see these pop-up tents on the vehicle. It looks like it's got an electric motor. Does that actually pop up automatically?
Yes, sir. It's as simple a system that we could find for the consumer, that we wanted to just be a no-brainer. You press a button, it pops up. It's a 12-volt system, goes into the cigarette lighter, and it's literally one touch up and down.
Wow.
It has a weather cover if you're going out on the road and you might be hitting some different areas. It has a complete weather wrap that goes around the top also. But one touch, you're up and you're down, and it probably takes up about 6 to 8 inches on top once it's fully compressed. But even up there, when I've gone, I'll take my fishing rods, I'll put them up there. They're safe.
Oh yeah.
If I'm going hunting, I can put my rifles up there. They're safe. They're out of the way. Don't have the front of the fishing pole whacking against the windshield the whole time.
All the line getting that UV rays, destroying it.
You got it.
I hate that. Your first cast.
I'm telling you.
Your nice new lure just keeps on going. Like, oh, sad face. Yeah. So if somebody wants to pick up one of these vehicles, are they buying the vehicle complete, or are they bringing their own vehicle?
No, that's one of the most unique things about American Fastbacks, is because the relationship that we have with Jeep. They're entrusting us to outfit their vehicles with a quality product that a customer is going to be excited about, and it's going to do something unique for the sales of Jeep. Because most of the time up until now, shall I say, it wasn't financeable. So you would pick up your Mopar lift. You would get that financeable. But with that sweet Jeep that's on the inside of the showroom floor that has all the goodies, and you're just kind of frothing over, babe, we can do this. Let's just do it. And it's kind of one of those things where you got that option on the window, and you got to step up at that point
for sure,
for that $20,000 whatever dollar package it is. So with the buying power of the Erwinheimer Group that owns 33% of the global market at this point for global RVs, they have now been able to have that relationship with Dodge that they are already using with the ProMasters for their road treks and so on and so forth. So with that, they just expanded another door into the Jeep market, and Jeep knows what Erwinheimer Group is capable of globally. So it's something that's going to enhance the brand. They're not doing something on a small scale. That's what Jeep wanted to do. They didn't want to do something small, and that's what American Fastbacks is anything but. It's going to be a very large consumption into all of your dealers across the United States. There's about 2,800 of them, and we plan on being in 2,800 dealers so that the customers can access the Jeep that they had been having their eye on. Yeah. But now they can do it without having to put the cash down for that big option package, and just instead of a $350, $400 a month payment, you can maybe have a $150 a month payment more. But how awesome is that you get to keep your cash in your pocket
and they have the vehicle that they want?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times somebody's waiting until it's all paid off, then I do all the modifications to it. Then you don't get to have the vehicle that you want and to enjoy until 5 years from the time that you bought it. Here, you're driving it off the lot. You go straight to the grocery store, stock up the cooler, and head out to the camp.
And that's it. That's what's so exciting. But the huge kicker on this is we're still OEM factory back warranty, 3-year, 36 on any of our products. You go and do that at any outfitters, that's not available for you. Yeah. Everybody knows that. So now you're investing in something that's not going to go the distance. Now we're with Jeep with their OEM factory warranty. Yeah. With an aftermarket product upfit, if you will, with options, and they still have your back for the entire package all the way around. Not just the lift. So that's something really big, and that says tremendous amounts for Ken Mitchell and Antonio over American Fastback to be able to put together such a quality product that Jeep says go for it. Nice.
Well, if somebody wants to learn more about American Fastbacks, or maybe pick up one of these, start customizing it, and then buy it.
Sure.
And where should they go?
You can go to AmericanFastbacks.com right now and check out all the dealers that'll be available. Right now, we're going to be going on a United States tour, hitting all the dealers right now, showing all the products at shows like, great shows like this. So we will be at, we're out at Hershey right now in Pennsylvania. We'll be at Open House in a couple of weeks. We'll be at SEMA with, just a huge variety of all the products that are coming for the future. And it's one of those things that you can go in and just have a unique product that you're not over-consumed with the overbuild, and I can do it piece by here. I'll do the bumpers, I'll do the wheels, I'll do the tires. You can really have some options out there on the wheels and the tires that come with these also. We're only going to deal with the best.
That's awesome. Well, David, thanks for your time. I'll be sure to put this American Fastbacks in the show notes for this episode so everybody can come check it out. And we got lots of pictures and videos we'll be showing.
Hey, I really appreciate all your time and coming out and taking the time to stop by. And we look forward to seeing you in the future at these shows and having some fun and getting people excited about doing the old Jeep camping and driving to work the next day thing.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome.
Have fun at the show.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm Dan with the 4x4 podcast. We're here with Playtech Racing at the Costa Mesa Sandsport Super Show. Can you tell me about what it is we're standing in front of here?
Well, this is a one-off body. Playtech Racing started with original body, but what we did was cut it completely in half down the center, widened it, cut it down the side of it, and stretched it.
Wow.
And we have our own mold now.
That's awesome. So this kind of looks like the old Myers-Manx...
Myers-Manx buggy, correct.
Yeah.
But it's not a Bruce Myers buggy.
No, it's definitely longer, a little bit wider, and looks like it's got a lot more going on underneath.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what do we have for suspension that we have here?
Well, it's all King shocks. Got A-arm suspension. There's several different types of suspension that we do.
Okay.
You can go with just a regular Volkswagen Beam suspension.
Yep.
Or obviously the A-arms. And this car is just a roller. We just finished it for the show.
Okay.
So it's just...
I noticed it doesn't have the drive shaft
No,
stack on the
not at all.
transaxle.
Not at all. Didn't even have brakes off the trailer. So
awesome. So is this a completely custom built to spec type of car, or do you guys have some options that we go through?
We have options. Like I said, this is a brand new body style. We're still creating doors for it. Some customers would like to have doors,
sure.
Some not. Older people, it's super easy to get into.
Yeah.
So, it's a great fit for that.
That's awesome. What size tires are these?
These are 33s.
33s. It looks like they've got loads of clearance with that long travel suspension.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, usually on the clearance on these cars are at least 18 inches off the ground.
Yeah. That's nice. And one of the things that's unique about this versus like an off-road truck is that everything's tucked up nice and high. And
yes.
You don't have to worry about a differential in the middle to get hung up on and everything.
For sure. The other thing what makes these cars unique is they're off of a Volkswagen chassis.
Okay.
So it's 100% street legal.
Awesome.
You can take it on the freeway, pull up to Barstow Outlet Center Drive and take it down the Mile of Terror.
Yeah, that's where that's where we live.
Okay,
down
so
that
you
area.
know where I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
You got a lot of these UTVs and Razors and cars that are 40 stock, 40,000 plus.
Right.
And then after you do all the add-ons, you could be at 70, 80, 90,000.
Oh yeah.
Now obviously a car like this, I mean, you could be up well over 100,000, but
sure.
We could make it, good price point also.
Yeah. Well, I noticed there's some really interesting stuff going on in the back there. It's a rear engine car.
Yep, it's a rear engine car.
And I think I saw a Corvette somewhere in there.
It's just, just an LS motor.
Oh yeah, that's all.
Just a 5.7.
So, I mean, this is a fiberglass body tube frame car. It probably doesn't weigh a lot.
No, I'm going to say after this is done, it's probably going to be about 2,400 pounds. It just depends on what options we put on the car. But this specific customer, this one is for him. We've got a red one with a white stripe and a white one with, I believe it's a red stripe. One for his daughter and son.
Oh, I bet that's a good time. Awesome. Well, if somebody is interested in learning more about Playtech Racing and maybe picking up one of these awesome race cars themselves, where should they go?
They can go to playtechracing.com. Playtech Racing in Anaheim, California. That's where we're located. Give us a call and we could help you out with anything you need.
Awesome. Thanks for your time. I hope to see one of these out in the dunes.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. We are here still with Playtech Racing, and I saw something pretty cool right around the corner. What do we have here?
Well, we are the master distributor of a product. It is an adjustable bungee cord. Yeah. So basically how it works, this is a 39-inch bungee cord that adjusts all the way down to 6 inches, whatever size you need. It's a 70-pound rating, marine grade, UV resistant, age resistant, and abrasion resistant. Braking strength on this is 571 pounds, but obviously our box says 70 pounds. The ends are rated at 2,000 pound braking. So we have two different sizes, a 39-inch. Johnny, where's the 72? Right here. And this is the 72-inch, which will stretch to 120 inches.
Wow, so it's got like 3 feet of stretch in there?
Absolutely. And then we have the packing.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, so even if you get a long one, you can shorten it down to just as long as you need.
Absolutely. It would be the last bungee cord you ever use. Now, the great part about it is there's no other bungee cord in the world that has a lifetime warranty. We have a lifetime warranty on our product.
That's awesome. I know one of the biggest things that frustrates me is when you're right there and you need just that little bit of extra wrap or extra stretch.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the thing snaps and the whole thing's a waste.
Absolutely. And the thing is it's the product being lifetime warranty. Customer has an issue with it, all you have to do is send us a picture of the damaged bungee cord.
Okay.
We'll overnight one to you, brand new one to you.
That's awesome.
No charge, no receipt needed, because we are the master distributor. We know where it came from.
Awesome. This is the Monkey Fingers adjustable bungee cords.
Yep. Playtech Racing is the master distributor for the product.
Right on. And then to pick one of these up, where do they go?
Okay, you can go to playtechbungee.com, or you can go call Playtech Racing, or Let me pull out my business card.
Yeah, we'll make sure to have links in this and all the video and then the podcast show notes and everything.
Perfect.
So, boom. There we go. Well, thanks again for your time. Looking forward to seeing some reviews from people who pick these up and put them to good use.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thanks. All right. Today we're at the Sandsport Super Show with Scott from Air Up and Down. Is that?
Well, it's up, down, air.
Up, down, air.
Yeah.
Okay. So I noticed you guys have a pretty cool system here. I know I like to air up and air down. Everybody knows you get better tire traction and you get flotation on the sand and everything. But tell me a little bit about up, down, air and what it offers somebody.
Well, we realized that people realized that the task of airing up and down is really kind of a miserable pain thing to do.
It's time consuming too.
Well, it is. So there's been all these other devices out, deflators and different types of mechanisms, but nothing that was all inclusive. One device that would cover airing up and down. That's why I created the company Up Down Air, because it really depicts what we do. Is we created this system that allow you to air up or down all 4 of your tires all at the same time, making sure that each tire is set to the exact tire pressure, which is really virtually impossible to do independently. Even some of the teams, sophisticated NASCAR teams, actually have a system that inflates all their tires all at the same time. So this is similar, but you have to get out of your vehicle, connect these four short hoses that we created, these four entry points at each side of the vehicle where your tire's at. And once you connect the four quick connects, you're into the system, and now you're able to either air up or air down all 4 of your tires at the same time. And it really is a simple, accurate way to do it. And you can be doing something else, Dan, instead of standing in the ground.
You don't run with that hook up. You just put that hook up to get the air pressure right.
That's correct.
Yep.
You can take it off. We're doing a podcast, but that's correct. So
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
It's perfect.
So what you do is once you get out of the vehicle, you connect all 4 of your hoses, and then you can air up and air down, and it basically takes care of it.
And you can change it from side to side.
Yeah, if you need to. Right. So if you wanted it more in the rear, then take the ones off the front, and then you could just add more to the rear.
That's pretty slick. And so the kit, or there's different varieties of kits I'm noticing. Some of them have the air compressor. If somebody's already got an air compressor, they wouldn't need that part. How's all that come together?
Well, so we sell everything in like 3 parts. We sell the compressor as 1 part, so if you don't need it, you just delete that. And then if you already have it mounted, then you just need our hose connection kit and our ADS system, which is really only $269 for a Jeep or a Raptor, and $299 because of the billet aluminum bracket kit. So really what I'm excited about is the UTV market. Everybody gets a flat. Everybody I talk to gets a flat. Everybody runs the wrong pressures in their tires. I mean, not everybody, but most everybody.
Yeah.
And so if you provide a simple solution that allow people to maintain the proper tire pressure, they're going to really have a much better time. I like to drive fast, so I want to have the right pressure depending on my terrain.
Yep.
And so if you had an ARB twin compressor, it's a part number is a CKM TA12, which is the most robust 12 compressor on the market, and you wanted to mount it to your UTV, you'd have to mount it to plastic, and I didn't want to do that, so I created a tube mounting system for both of our controller and the ARB bracket, so you can mount it to any size tube. So you have a real hard surface.
Oh yeah.
See how that is, Dan? That's not going to move.
Yeah, that's.
You put it on plastic, it's going to tear the plastic up, and it's
rip
not
right
gonna,
off.
So yeah, and then people would laugh at me, and I don't like to be laughed at.
Nice. So I know some people like to have the CO2 air. Is this manifold and system compatible with that as well?
Yeah, you can run whatever airflow source you want. So
Okay.
we're in the air delivery business. You bring the air to the party, or you can buy the air compressors from us. But if you want to run a power tank, we have 2 different ports that allow you to go from a temporary, like if you're at a gas station, or from a power tank, or from your home compressor.
Yeah.
When you want to air up. And then if you want to hard mount it, we have a new 2 inlets. So you can take it from the compressor right into the box and do it that way as well.
And you know, something just occurred to me. If for some reason you get break a wire or something, your compressor's out of the fight, you could actually use that manifold and kind of cross level the air across the tires. If you got one flat, you just need to air back up one of them.
And that's a good point. So it's an equalizing system. So you could actually connect it from your spare tire and go from there and bring it into. So it's really 4 airports that you can do a lot of different things. You can air your other buddies up and down, just go side by side. But the neat part is an equalizing system. So let's say you did have one completely flat. You can connect them all 4 together. It'll rob the pressures from the 3 full tires and balance it out. There's a video online, if you go to Up Down Air for YouTube and check it out. It's 10 minutes long, but it shows that it automatically equalizes itself, the ADS system, no matter what you put it on. So
that's awesome.
That's kind of what's up.
Awesome. If somebody wants to learn more about Up Down Air, where should they go?
They should go to updownair.com or Facebook. Like us on Facebook at Up Down Air, and Instagram. That's where you'll find me, Scott, talking about my product, demoing it, using it, showing it. It's a real world situation here. You need to be safe when you go off road and on road, and we're here to tell people how important it is. Even Tenzo Tire, which is owned by Method Wheels. See those 3 icons they put on the tire?
Oh yeah.
It says 8 for rock, 10 for sand, and 15 for flat. How important is it that the tire manufacturer went to the expense of creating a mold with that on there?
Yeah.
That's so. It's kind of like that LifeLock commercial. They tell you have,
for sure,
your credit stolen, but they can't help you get it back. So the tire manufacturer telling you what to set the pressure at, and we're here to deliver that, make sure that it happens for you.
That's better than a lot of dot tires, because they've dedicated as much room to the air pressure information as their brand name.
Well, it is important. Every tire manufacturer, I know a lot of them. I talk to a lot of tire manufacturers, and they tell me their number one complaint with people is not running the proper tire pressure, that their tires would last longer, you'd have less flats, all
better
that stuff.
Fuel economy, better ride quality.
Everything you can imagine. I could even say saves gas if you have the right tire pressure.
Yep.
And so our company is dedicated just to, this is just the beginning of products.
Hi, how you doing?
Come see us at the SEMA show this year at the truck hall, up in the South Hall at the SEMA show. In the new products section, we'll be debuting a product that's going to knock everybody's socks off, that anybody can use, and everybody's going to want it no matter what.
Well, we'll try to find you there. But till then, Scott from Up Down Air, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it, buddy.
Right. If you want to get in touch with us here at the show, there's a variety of ways to do so. You can email us at the4x4podcast@yahoo.com. You can join in on some of the great discussion on Facebook at facebook.com/the4x4podcast. To send a really short message, you can find us on Twitter at the 4x4podcast. To be heard on the show, you can send us a voice message by using the SpeakPipe tool on the 4x4podcast.com or on our Facebook page. Lastly, if you would like to monetarily support the show and help cover the website and media hosting fees, we have a few ways you can do that and get something in return. If you shop on Amazon, then go to the4x4podcast.com/Amazon and shop like you normally would. You can also go to the4x4podcast.com/support and pick up some stickers or use any of the affiliate links on that page. The most important way that you can support the show is by telling your friends about your favorite off-roading podcast. Now it's time to hit the trails, so God bless, tread lightly, and be safe out there while exploring your world.